Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuffs and occasionally even things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today is time for another Pedal Power with Stuff and Things episode. And today we're looking at a very cool guitar effect pedal. If you watched the box opening that I posted a couple weeks ago, you will know that I got a couple really cool pedals from Jam Pedals. I purchased them myself. They did give me a really good deal on them. So this isn't a paid promotion or anything like that. They were just pedals that I really wanted to check out, ones that I'd heard a lot of good things about. And the first one that I thought we would take a look at today is this, the Jam Pedals Rattler distortion pedal. Let me give you just a few quick facts about the Rattler distortion pedal and Jam pedals in general. They are a kind of smaller boutique pedal company. They're located in Athens, Greece, and they put a lot of handwork into the pedals that they make. You'll notice this case if you look at it closely. These are all individually painted. They have the spray booth in their shop. They make all their components themselves. They put all the boards together themselves. It's pretty cool, and for a boutique pedal company, their pedals aren't super expensive. The Rattler retails for $209 if you buy it direct from Jam Pedals, and then you can also find it on Reverb and other places if you do a search, and it's usually around $199 or so. So not cheap by any means, but for other boutique pedal brands, it pretty much lines up the price that you're going to pay for this. This pedal is supposed to be kind of a reimagining or a recreation of an early 80s Proco Rat. Right now, you can buy a Proco Rat 2 for around $70 most places. But the thing with this is that it is supposed to make the original Proco Rat a little bit better. I have here some information that I have swiped from the Jam Pedals website. It says, "We pulled out all the stops to make sure the Rattler will get you all the amazing tones of great early 80s Proco Rat distortion boxes, and put in the time and R&D to make it more responsive to picking and fretting nuances, resulting in an open, dynamic, overdriven tube amp feel. Its asymmetrical clipping circuit, carbon comp resistors, and of course the legendary NOS LM308N chip, the featured star of this design, are the main ingredients of a great recipe, resulting in the Rattler shining through any rig, whether modern or vintage." So it uses that original chipset that the early 80s Rats use that apparently they don't use anymore, but it is an asymmetrical clipping circuit too. So you're gonna see once I plug this in and we take a look at some of the sounds that you can get, or take a listen to some of the sounds that you can get out of this. If you're familiar with an original Rat, it will sound similar, but there are going to be some differences. I don't have a modern Rat with me right now. I have played through one before, and I have to say this does sound like that brand of distortion, I guess. I have an old Boss DS1 on my pedal board right now. It's over 30 years old. It's the original version of the Boss DS1. I think the first version that was made in Taiwan before they kind of switched the components. So it has the original chip, the original circuit design, and everything of the original Japanese Boss DS1. And that has this very specific distortion flavor. And then Rat-like pedals have their own very unique distortion sound. And this definitely nails that. But like they said in their little description there is a lot more as far as picking dynamics. I think just the whole gain spectrum here is a lot more usable than the original Rat. But this video isn't really supposed to be a and B comparison between a Proco Rat or Rat 2 and the Rattler. I just want to play you some sounds from this pedal and see what you think. All right, so we have my 2017 Fender American Professional Telecaster here. It is in the bridge position currently. The tone rolled off a little bit, and here's what it sounds like clean. So actually it's just maybe slightly about to break up coming out of my Vox AC15 over here, but pretty clean. Now, we have the Rattler right here. Right now, let's see, I've got tone. It's a little bit different on the Rattler as opposed to the Rat. The Rat has kind of a filter control, so as you go clockwise, you're actually cutting out the treble here, you're adding more treble in. You got your level and you've got your gain. So if we pop this baby on, we can use a little bit more level. That's without much gain. Let's turn the gain all the way up so you can get an idea. Now you'll notice that the tone changes quite a bit when you put the gain up, so you actually want to roll in, at least I want to roll in, a little bit more treble. You put it down where we were before with less gain. Sounds a little woofy, but you just roll the tone back in. But this is pretty much usable throughout the entire gain sweep of the gain knob. So here, obviously, you're not getting anything, gain's all the way down. Just up a bit, and you get a nice little bit of crunch. Let me put the tone back again. So you do get kind of that amp-like sort of response, as though you're sort of overdriving an amp a little bit. When you turn the gain up, you usually have it about 1 or 2 o'clock. Get the tone up again. Yeah, sounds good. Throw a little delay on there as well, maybe. And then you can do something like this. Quite nice. Or how about something like this? Can't reach pedal. Ugh. Very Graham Coxon-y. It just sounds great. How does it compare to the Boss DS1? Whoa! So here's the Boss. It's pretty sharp, but it sounds very distinctive, like that's a Boss DS1. If you check that out with the Rat, it just a little creamier. I don't know if that's, I'm not an expert here. I don't know if that's the asymmetrical clipping or not, but it just seems a little creamier. It still has that oomph, that kick to it. It is a wild distortion pedal, and I love overdrive. I love all sorts of different gain pedals, but you can't beat a really just crazy raw distortion, and the Rattler definitely has that. Now, what if I boost into it with my OCD? The drive is not up very much there at all. The tone is about at 12 o'clock. We have the Rattler. Then with the OCD on there. Sounds pretty good. So you have some other options. I mean, we could get a little crazy here too. Let's see. Oh boy. How's that go? Okay, that's probably enough of that. I love this pedal. I think it sounds great. It has a lot of character. It sounds like itself, if that makes sense. You're not going to be thinking, what kind of distortion pedal is this? You may be tricked into thinking it's a Rat, but it's very much its own thing as well. Just one last thing I wanted to show you. If I turn down the volume a bit, almost like a fuzz face, you can get a lot of different dynamics. So here you have just kind of a slightly crunchy, overdriven sound. And that's with the gain not even all the way up. Also pretty responsive to picking dynamic. It sounds great. I love it. Jam Pedals, Rattler distortion pedal. Check it out. So there you go. The Jam Pedals Rattler distortion pedal. I think it's fantastic. I love it as an alternative for my Boss DS1 and even a lot of my other overdrive pedals because it is a lot more amp-like than a lot of distortion pedals that you might find. And for me, the stuff that I'm going for, it sounds great. I absolutely love it. If you are someone who is looking for a different flavor of distortion, if you're someone who loves the original Rat, or if you're trying to recreate some of those Graham Coxon-like tones from early Blur albums, the Jam Pedals Rattler is a fantastic distortion box. I like it a lot. Thank you so much for watching. I've been a good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things Pedal Power. I'll see you later.